What's up, Bio Penguins? Today we're doing a new segment called AP Bio Math Minute. So bear with me as I try some new things out. Here's our question, and as you see, we're doing a chi-square. So pause the video if you want to read the question. So the equation for chi-square is the summation of the observed minus expected squared over the expected. And then we're going to see that we're doing a heterozygous with a homozygous recessive in a test cross, and we're doing our chi-square to 2 decimal places. The first step is going to be to calculate our expected values. To calculate the expected values on these, we're going to do a Punnett square. We're going to do 2 Punnett squares because we have 2 different types. The first Punnett square we're going to look at is bitter versus non-bitter. And so we see that half of them are bitter and half of them are non-bitter. And again, we'll do the explosive with the non-explosive. So half of them being explosive and half of them being non-explosive. Now we have to put these 2 different phenotypes together to figure out our bitter and non-explosive. So half of them are bitter and half of them are non-explosive. So 1/2 times 1/2 gives us 1/4. And we'll do the same calculation for our other 3 different phenotypes. And so after we do this, we're going to see that we have a 1-to-1 to 1-to-1 ratio. And so 25% of each of them. And so now step 2 is going to be to create our chi-square chart. So I always use a chart whenever I do these calculations. Our first column is going to be our phenotypes, with our second column is going to be our observed. And so we get our observed from, we're looking at our question, and then our expected is going to be done by doing 1/2 times our, 1/4 times our total, which is going to be 74.75. Our next column is observed minus expected. And then our next column will be observed minus expected squared. And then our last column is going to be observed minus expected squared over the expected. As you see, I did make a little mess up on my chart. I'm going to figure this whole thing out soon. So then we'll do the summation, add them all together, and find out that to the 100th place, it is 5.66. So now let's do a little extension and let's see how does this compare to our table value. And so 5.66 is less than 7.81, which is a degree of freedom of 3, since I have 4 different phenotypes, and -1. So 4 minus 1 giving us 3, and then a P of 0.05. So we see that our calculated value is less than our table value. So we're going to fail to reject our null hypothesis. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom up so that you can see this question again in case you need to check anything down. And remember, a Bio Penguin was a success, and leave feedback on what you think I need to do for future videos. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.